Hey there, and welcome back to Turkish Spotlight Secrets, sure corner of the internet for carefully sourced, no-nonsense deep dives into the stories that shape Turkey's entertainment scene. Today's episode zeroes in on two familiar faces whose names seem to trend any time. They so much as swap playlists. Actress Yağmur Yüksel and actor Barış Baktaş. Their on-screen partnership in Kin Kikaleri drew viewers in with simmering tension and late-night cliffhangers. But what keeps fans talking long after the credits roll is the pair's genuine bond beyond the set. Last night, that bond took an intriguing new turn, and yes, the details are richer than headline blurbs suggest. Before we sift through the who, what, and why of Yağmur's unannounced overnight visit to Barış's home. A quick note for everyone who's new around here. If thoughtful commentary and a dash of behind-the-scenes context sound like your thing, remember to hit like, subscribe, and if you're feeling generous, consider joining the channel for members-only extras. Your support means I can keep bringing you stories free of recycled clickbait. A lightning quick refresher on the duo's rise. Longtime viewers know the broad strokes. But let's rewind for anyone who only discovered Bloodflowers last month via late-night autoplay. The series arrived with modest expectations, a tale of small-town loyalties colliding with big-city secrets, but rocketed up the ratings once Yağmur stepped into the role of Darya, a fiercely principled florist guarding her family's legacy. Enter Barış as Mert, the quietly strategic outsider whose return threatens to uproot more than the town's roses. What elevates the drama from soap tropes to appointment television is the subtle push and pull between Darya's stubborn honesty and Mert's calculated calm. Industry insiders still talk about the table read where the leads first met. Legend says producers planned to test chemistry with a simple scene, just 4 lines about a missing ledger, but ended up letting the cameras roll for nearly 10 minutes, because neither actor dropped character. Eye contact sharpened, pauses stretched tight, and by the time the director yelled, "Cut!" everyone in the room knew the dice were loaded in their favor. From then on, the show was never just about script twists. It was about capturing the tiny, unspoken beats between two performers who clearly sparked off one another. Beyond the set, friendships solidified by routine. Fast forward through costume fittings, location shoots, and an avalanche of international fan art, and you'll find a friendship that operates on a rhythm all its own. Crew members recount how Yağmur brings thermoses of mint tea 4-5 a.m. call times, because Barış swears black coffee spikes his anxiety. Barış, for his part, has a habit of booking out a side stage so Yağmur can rehearse piano pieces when a storyline calls for it. None of this lands in the tabloids because it isn't technically newsworthy. There are no diamond necklaces or choreographed paparazzi walks yet for those working 6-day weeks under unforgiving lights. Small gestures matter far more than red carpet theatrics. Still, as friendly as they are, each keeps a separate orbit. When cameras cut, Yağmur dives into pottery workshops on the Asian side of the city. Barış retreats to a tiny rooftop greenhouse, where he fosters heirloom tomato seedlings. They swap book recommendations. She leans toward historical biographies. He prefers modernist poetry, but rarely appear in one another's social feeds. That deliberate distance is precisely why last night's development raised so many eyebrows. Spontaneity just isn't their usual play. What actually happened last night? Around 10:45 p.m. local time, Yağmur was spotted stepping out of a rideshare on a quiet residential street in Nisantak, toting what looked like a reusable canvas bag, possibly dinner, possibly a prop from that day's shoot. Eyewitnesses describe her outfit as low-key: charcoal joggers, white hoodie, hair pulled into a braid that suggested she'd ditched the styling chair hours earlier. She punched a short code into the building's intercom, exchanged a few words, and slipped inside. Those same neighbors confirm the flat belongs to Barış, recognizable by the potted bougainvillea he keeps beside the balcony rail. One tenant even remembered a conversation weeks ago, when the actor asked the building committee about midnight noise guidelines, explaining that he occasionally records ADR lines from his living room. Translation: he values calm and doesn't invite chaos. The big twist came the next morning. Shortly after sunrise, both actors exited together, no entourage, no handlers, each carrying a travel mug. Barış locked his door, handed Yağmur a beanie she must have left on his coat rack. And they headed in opposite directions. She toward the main avenue, likely chasing a 7:30 makeup call. He toward a side street that leads to a neighborhood gym. Paparazzi photos appeared online less than 2 hours later, watermarked and grain zoomed but unmistakable. Cue instant trending topic. Why an overnight stay might matter? At first glance, staying over could seem romantic. But several alternate explanations rank just as high, maybe higher, given what we know about their routines. Script workshop on a deadline. Rumor has it that Blood Flowers producers delivered new story arcs late Friday, complete with expanded backstories that reposition Darya and Mert as reluctant business partners. If so, a collaborative line run could easily stretch past midnight. Yağmur's canvas bag might have contained annotated scripts or takeaway falafel for a brain fuel session. Emotional check-in. According to crew chatter, Barış has been dealing with family health concerns that require sudden schedule swaps. Friends say he's private about stress, but opens up when someone shows up unannounced rather than texting first. And are you coping? Visit could explain the timing, no fanfare, just presence. Celebratory milestone. Yesterday marked exactly 150 days since Blood Flowers hit its first double-digit ratings share on an international streaming platform. Cast insiders hinted at informal gatherings to toast the accomplishment. Instead of a crowd, perhaps the two leads opted for a low-key celebration with herbal tea and leftover set cupcakes. Whatever the trigger, spending the night tilts the friendship into deeper territory because Istanbul's celebrity ecosystem operates under permanent flashbulb threat. Shared dinners are routine. Staying until dawn signals a comfort level that ignores the inevitable headlines. Social media ripple effect. Within minutes of the leaked photos, fan edits flooded timelines. Side-by-side shots of their first season picnic scene compared against the new dawn images. Captions like "from real to real breakfast." Hashtags sprouted theories, some plausible, some downright imaginative. One thread insisted Yağmur's bag looked too structured for fast food and must therefore contain a custom cake reading season 2. Another user overlaid the exit time stamp against airport shuttle schedules, speculating the duo were en route to a secret location shoot. The frenzy proved two things. Curiosity thrives on gaps, and distance never dulls audience investment. Industry pulse. What colleagues are saying. Reactions on set this morning ranged from shrugs to raised eyebrows. A lighting tech who's worked with the pair since the pilot shrugged. "I've always had a shorthand if she's there for him. It tracks." A junior script supervisor, less diplomatic, joked that the episode board might need color coding for emotional hangover days. If overnight study sessions become habit, meanwhile, a production assistant confirmed call sheets remain unchanged. Yağmur reported to hair and makeup at 8:05 sharp. Barış is due for a costume fitting this afternoon. Business as usual on paper. Yet publicists are surely drafting contingency lines in case tabloids twist the narrative. Studio marketing loves organic buzz, but hates speculation that derails character arcs fans haven't seen yet. Expect carefully worded statements about co-star camaraderie and dedicated script rehearsal. Whether audiences believe those statements is another story. Parsing the possibilities: romance, friendship, or something in between. If you've followed celebrity culture longer than 5 minutes, you know labels rarely capture reality. Maybe last night was to colleagues guarding each other's mental health. Maybe it was the first chapter of a love story we'll watch unfold through cryptic captions and matching vacation sunsets. Or maybe it's something modern relationships often are. A fluid mix of companionship, respect, and timing that suits the people involved. No matter how tidy or messy outsiders find it, what stands out is intent. Spontaneous care seldom schedules itself. It arrives in sweats, bearing leftovers, ready to listen more than talk. Whether that intent falls under best friends or quiet couple, or creative collaborators matters less than the fact that, in a profession notorious for ego and exit clauses, two people are choosing to show up for each other when the cameras aren't rolling. Looking ahead, watch points for the coming weeks. Press junkets. If joint interviews suddenly appear on the calendar, watch body language for clues that the overnight visit was a turning point. Location shoots, outdoor scenes with public access could attract extra lenses. Production might ramp up security if they anticipate heightened speculation. Social feeds. Both actors tend to skip overt hashtags, but subtle callbacks identical song lyrics. Matching sunrise shots could hint at shared moments off-screen. Regardless, expect fans to dissect every frame and syllable, because Bloodflowers has evolved from a series into a community hobby. Collaborative puzzle solving where each new scrap of information slots into an ever-expanding mural. Final thoughts, and your take. In a media climate that profits from extremes, it's refreshing to see a story shaped by something as simple as choosing companionship over convenience. Maybe that's the real headline, not whether romance is blooming, but how trust survives under high-beam lights. Now I'm curious, how do you interpret Yağmur's late-night visit? Was it a supportive friend move, a pre-production marathon, or the prelude to a soft launch romance? Drop your theories in the comments. Thoughtful takes often spark entire follow-up videos around here. If this breakdown added nuance to your scroll, a quick like helps the channel more than you know. Subscribe so you're first to catch the next behind-the-scenes analysis. And consider joining if bonus scripts and Q&A live sessions sound up your alley. As always, thanks for spending part of your day with Turkish Spotlight Secrets. Take care of yourselves, nurture friendships that don't fit into neat boxes, and I'll see you in the next video.